What's up, guys? In the works, and yes, something other than Battlefield 3. I know you're like, oh my god, I'm not going to watch this. In fact, I'm not even going to click on the video. Dislike, dislike, dislike. Only post Battlefield 3. Well, listen, guys, you gotta have some variety. And I've always prided myself because my channel has been a lot of variety throughout its livelihood. Obviously, I play a lot of Battlefield 3 now. But in the beginning, I played a lot of Medal of Honor on the Xbox. But this version you see me playing here is actually on the PC. I picked it up on a Steam sale for $5. And I figured, for $5 you can't really go wrong. Maybe I can capture some of that 1 week of magic that I did enjoy this game before it went down the drain with people playing like uber douches and spawn trapping. Because that was one of the biggest issues I had with with this game in particular, was the spawn trapping that just was all over the place in this game. It made it really uncomfortable to play. It made the experience that, the things it did do right, it kind of trumped those and made it a not fun game. So it wasn't really super popular. I did enjoy it. It did a lot of things right, but that leads me to my topic today. We've seen so much information about the new Medal of Honor game, and it's a game that I'm definitely going to be playing. It's a game I'm definitely going to give a chance because, honestly, we need more variety in the gaming community, and I think Medal of Honor is that nice middle ground between maybe like a Call of Duty or like Halo franchise, and I know Halo is a sci-fi shooter, and then you have Battlefield because, Battlefield is more of a war simulator more so than an arcade shooter, but Battlefield tries to find that higher end, that giant map experience where COD is like an arcade twitch shooter, and I think Medal of Honor is kind of the middle ground between the two. So I'm interested to see where the developer takes Medal of Honor Warfighter because if you do recall, Danger Close did the single player for this game you see me playing, and DICE did the multiplayer with the Frostbite 1 engine, and to me, this was basically DICE's attempt to kind of try some things out for Battlefield 3. It was kind of like a beta, even though they probably almost had they probably had the alpha done while they were working on this, but I think they used this to kind of work out some kinks in guns, because you do notice a lot of attachments in this were actually ended up being in Battlefield 3, such as the different barrel types. I remember reading an article about the alpha or the pre-alpha build of Battlefield 3 had different ammo types, and this game actually had different ammo types. Obviously, they scrapped that in the final build, but it's interesting to me what is going to happen with Medal of Honor, because here's a game that had so much potential. It had really solid mechanics. It had a good storyline. It was a modern day shooter without kind of a modern day shooter that makes sense because it's like in the war times that we have. It's not like Russia versus America. It's actually terrorist operatives and tier 1 operators, to be precise. And to me, it was a very interesting setting, and I did enjoy that about the game. And I'm curious to see how Danger Close takes us into the next level, because it's going to be hard. They're competing in a very, very packed gaming schedule, to say the least. The second half of 2012, there is going to be a lot of good games coming out. Black Ops 2, Medal of Honor, Halo 4, I could go on and on. I think BioShock Infinite got delayed, but there are so many good games coming out. Assassin's Creed 3, that Medal of Honor is really going to have to wow people. And I'm asking you guys, what will it take for you to watch this or to play this game, like to purchase it? Do you think that do you have any expectations for the game? Do you think that it needs to be different than it was, just to improve upon it, or do they need to totally scrap their formula and start over? I mean, there's a lot of questions that I think are surrounding this release, and I'm curious to see the path that Danger Close goes, because like I said, they had some solid mechanics in the single player. Obviously, DICE did the multiplayer, so it wasn't the same as the single player. They used a different engine entirely. But now that they're using the Frostbite 2 engine, it looks gorgeous. The multiplayer screens I've seen from DreamHack really, really wowed me. If you watch the multiplayer reveal thing they had at E3, man, it was really, really impressive, the detail that were on the weapons. And honestly, guys, I think this is a lot of potential to be the next great shooter if they don't screw it up. Now, obviously, if they come out flat, I would say Medal of Honor is probably going to die. I mean, this game sold well, but it wasn't received well by the public. In fact, EA even kind of announced that they thought that this game was a failure, which is a pretty bold statement if you ask me. So I'm curious to see they will even give it a third chance since they've given it a second chance here. Will they even waste their time giving it another chance, letting them try to prove themselves again? I think this is pretty much, they've got 2 strikes right now, 1 more and they strike out and they're done. Medal of Honor will probably be defunct, but I have faith in Danger Close that they can give us a solid title. But let me know what you guys think. Will you even, are you considering buying this game? What are your expectations for it? And I will see you guys next time. Peace.